today's question is a good one. It's a two-parter. So how do I know what keywords I'm ranking for? Or which ones should I be ranking for? So I love this question and I'll break it down. So first of all, how do I know what keywords I'm ranking for? It's certainly not as simple as just Googling for those words and seeing if you show up in the search, because your individual experience running a Google search takes into account all of your other activity on the internet. So just seeing what comes up for you from time to time is not going to be the best indicator of what you're actually ranking for. There are reports that you can run both in free Google tools as well as other SEO tools out there. And we've got some great content about that on tributemedia.com, so we'll be sure to link to that in the video description. But basically what you want to do is look at the average of where you're showing up for the average user, the average searcher, without taking into account the fact that how often do you go to your own website? How often do you go to your competitor's website to check them out? Where are you located? What other things do you search for? Generally speaking, we're not our own target audience, and so the factors that will come into play for our own Google searches aren't going to be true of the people who you're actually hoping find you. So yes, you definitely want to use actual SEO tools to see where your average rank is for different keywords that are related to your industry. But I really like the second part of this question, which is how do I know which ones I should be ranking for? This is something that comes up a lot. I think it's really important to trust your SEO expert on what they're recommending you get found for, because you might, again, kind of back to that whole idea, we're not our own key audience. You might have keywords in mind that are really niche to your industry or really jargony and more like internal, the way that people refer to it within your industry, and less how the person who would be using your product or service would be searching for you. So you really want to make sure that you go to the data to figure out what are the keywords that you actually have, one, an opportunity of ranking for, and two, that are actually being searched by people. So basically what we do when we're taking a look and we're making recommendations around what keywords a client should rank for, we're looking at basically the lowest hanging fruit to start with. Where can we make the most impact? So you want to look for search terms that have higher search volume and lower competition. A lot of times, someone might throw out like, well, I want to be found for this or that, but we might find that no one is actually searching those things. So, it's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? You can rank number one for something, but if no one's searching it, it doesn't really matter if you're the first search result for that, because no one's going to be pulling that search. So in short, those are the things to think about. Again, trust the data, trust your SEO expert to guide you in the right direction of what keywords that you should be ranking for, where you can make the most impact, and what kind of progress you're making on your ranking besides just what you find when you do your own Google search.